Welcome. It's time for Blocktalk. Your discretion is advised as I'm kind of recovering from one crazy night. Had 2 hours of sleep on my third coffee. So before this goes off the rails, let's get started. We're on Bitcoin block 418 and 86. Yeah, 418,086. Damn, that's close to the halving. Anyways, it'll be pretty sick. We got Canada Day coming up on the 1st. We got July 4th for the Americans. And we have the halving for all the libertarians. So, super excited. It looks like it's going to be on the 9th. Let's also talk about some of our sponsors. So we got Coinigy. They're a wonderful, trading platform. You can see basically every exchange. So I got a little chart here. We'll talk about that in a sec. But whether you would like to, you want to do your margin on Bitfinex or your spot on Bitstamp, do your buying on Bittrex and your dumping on the Polo FOMO, you know what? You can do it all at the touch of your fingertips on the Bitcoin and altcoin trader app. So yeah, sign up today at coinigy.com/blocktalk. And you know what, guys? This is all referral based. So like, if you just want to sign up without it, that's totally fine. It doesn't cost you any different. So you know what? If you sign up with Blocktalk, you know what? I'll cut you in on some of the referrals. Paste your referral link down below. I'll have Will check it, and I'll put like what's a fair amount? Oh, half, 50%. Yeah. If you want $7.50 off your first month of Coinigy, post your referral link down below after signing up with my referral link, and we'll do this. Sound good? All right, cool. And then I got the live chat going if anyone wants to jump in. But basically, I'm doing this because Blockfreight hasn't shown up yet, so I figured I'd talk about the news stories. So right now, I think everyone's kind of talking about waves, which is this blue line here. It's been going down like crazy. I'm not even sure what ICO price was. I think it was somewhere up here. Like it basically opened at ICO, which, in terms of Bitcoin value, that's kind of lame. But in terms of USD value, it's still higher. So a lot of people are upset at that. But you know what? Like I was kind of tweeting about this a lot before. Like after I watched an interview with what's it called? What's his name? Tizen. Yeah, and he runs an interesting channel. Let's see if I can get this popped out. Like I won't say it's a terrible channel or anything. He definitely has some interesting information, but he puts out a lot of videos. So sometimes I wonder if he doesn't. I would rather he puts out 2 well-informed videos a week rather than 2 ill-informed videos a day, as he seems to be doing. But this interview was hilarious. I was watching it live, and I'm just like, oh man, this does not sound good at all. Like they have more money than they know what to do with. They're basically saying they're going to spend it all on marketing, and then no, wait, we're going to spend it on a buy wall. A buy wall, and some developments and stuff. So I was like hearing that, I'm just like, okay, this is ridiculous. I don't want to invest in this. It sounds crazy. And then, I look closer and I'm like, well, this is essentially just, what's it called? It's just a fork of NXT. NXT is that asset network that lots of tokens get hosted on. So where is it here? Oh, yeah, I asked him, like, okay, you guys are saying, what's it called? You're going to have a bunch of banks sign up, and they're going to make like fiat tokens that are, interchangeable. It's going to kind of be like Ripple. So the only answer I got on the gateways that they were talking about was, oh, we have 2. Was one guy's, response, and another one here you can see from Carlos. Our progress with gateways is quite advanced. Some are already selected, and we are in talks. Once the process is finished, we'll have enough gateways power for a while. So that's not a quantitative answer. And then right below it, he says what he's going to do with the ICO funds right after it ends. I was planning to buy a Lambo. So whether that's a joke or not, it's a pretty terrible thing for a dev to say. So yeah, and you know what? Like when I saw that Tizen was actually having another interview with this guy, I actually had some waves. I bought it because it looked like it was, kind of bottoming, but I sold it because I'm like, oh man, this is not good. Like he's going to be, all of his investors are clearly being played right now. So he's got this other live interview here. I guess it's what's it called? It's an hour late. But like, look at all these videos. I mean, sure they're helpful, but who has time to watch all of these? It's almost like too much. Anyways, so one of my theories right now, since it is like, what's his name, Sasha, the guy in the video here, he's a developer for Waves. He is a former NXT developer, as far as I know. So you know what? It looks like he might just be taking the ICO money and say, "I'm buying Next because this is the yellow line next year." We dumped like crazy and Next went up. So either he just owns a lot of Next and he's playing both the markets, or like Wave was purely a funding round for Next. I don't know. That's more my opinion than fact. So yeah, let's not make an illegal precedent based on my theories. Anyways, let's see the chat here. John Hanks, hi Turkey. What other cryptos do you know that are integrating with banks other than Ripple, XRP? Just saw in the news that Ripple received Bit license a month ago. So yeah, like Ripple, there's an interview on Blocktalk channel with Blue Veil or what's it called? It was one of the gateways, and you know what? Like he argued it pretty well, and like we were pretty rough on him talking about it seemed rather centralized. There's not a lot to be excited about. I think Stellar is probably one of the other ones that we know about. And Stellar is, one of the Ripple devs that forked off the project and basically created a second Ripple. And you know what? It's not doing that well either. They're putting like 1,000 Bitcoins of Stellar in the hands of people who own Bitcoin and saying, oh yeah, here's your Stellar that's representative of your Bitcoin holdings. So they basically gave away 1,000 Bitcoins worth of Stellar, and yeah, the market didn't react very well to that. I might be able to pull that up here. Stellar. Check it out on Polo because you got that. What's it called? Oh look, it's going up too. But we're having a nice little pullback on Bitcoin. But yeah, like I think around here probably got announced, and you have these knife dumps. Yeah, I have both charts going right now. Maybe if I turn Next off, it looks a little better. Yeah, I think this right here was where they made that announcement, and somebody just raped the order book on Polo because of the margin, and it looks like we're below that now. Yeah, we are actually. Look, like it went all the way down, and now we're even below that. So that's craziness. Anyways, what else do I want to talk about? It wasn't Stellar. No, now I'm getting off topic. Yeah, John is saying open source Ripple, whatever, just explain. Whatever that Jackson started, no help there for me. I don't know, yeah. There's decentralized chains, and you know what, like banks are gonna, be opening up portals to crypto, and there's gonna be, tokens like Tether is probably one of the best ones, to cite because they're kind of doing it right. They have like legal holdings of USD, and they've used that to create USD tokens, and that's really all their network is. They don't need anything more than that. Man, I'm always gonna be laughing about cabbage, John. That's the funniest shit. Yeah, I think I'll make an intro using some of that footage because I think that's kind of funny. Oh yeah, Nubits, that's another one. But that peg failed, and there's no way they can reclaim it because now they're just going to be giving people free profits because they were supposed to be pegged to $1, and now they're pegged to 50 cents or whatever. Or like the peg broke, they ran out of money, and yeah, I don't think it's ever going to come back. What else is? Oh yeah, like the last show I kind of told you guys, if you have any projects you want me to take a look at, by all means get in contact with me. Like, I got my links down below, and I'm always excited to read white papers. So that's where like Blocktalk actually approached me. He's in Australia, so you know what? It's like 3 in the morning there, so I'm not really too upset he didn't show up. But who else was there? Oh yeah, IOTA. They're doing some sort of new blockchain that's like based on what's it called? Tangle. I gotta read more on it. It's pretty complicated stuff, but you know, like complicated usually means like there's value that's not being properly identified. Anyways, what was the other one? Steemit, which is from the BitShares guys, and it's kind of like Reddit on a blockchain. And you know, it's not the first time we heard this. I heard the Neos guys were doing what's it called? They were doing Red. I think it was Red spelled with a 3 instead of an E, which yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's just sorry, I'm at a coffee shop here. If you guys hear that grinder. It's not a bad idea, but you need critical mass. And you know, like the best time, like Red launched at one of the best times because it was when Reddit was going through one of its PMS phases. You know, like, oh, there's censorship, blah 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 blah. You know, like we need a better system, and nothing really came of it. So Steemit though is surprising me because I'm seeing their links on Twitter. Like there's a lot of really good crypto stories that are coming out on Steem. So yeah, it's a project that I'm kind of wanting to interview. I actually got quite a few that I'm interested in. Oh, now I remember the other thing I want to talk about. Okay, so we had a pretty good bounce with Bitcoin. Get rid of that. Let's compare this to BTC USD. We'll put not Bitfinex, but what if I do? One Bitstamp. Give me Bitstamp. You know what? This might be. Excuse me for not being more well prepared for this off the cuff talking. Yeah, we'll just go with Bitfinex. Okay. So I've said before that I think Factom and BTC are tied very closely because Factom uses Bitcoin for its encryption, and then the factoids, like the tokens on their network, are purely to incentivize their servers. So it's really just an application layer on top of Bitcoin. And when I saw this dump here where we broke, you know, new lows or key lows or whatever, right away I'm like, I got a long Bitcoin because we're basically going to see, you know, it's the coming signs of we're going up like crazy. Like it's usually how it goes. And even here, we saw like there was a major dump again. Like I was, you know, longing Factom here, and then all of a sudden, you know, massive dump. I got margin called, and I'm like, oh man, there goes $200. But right away, I'm like, I should be longing Bitcoin right now. And we also had Brexit happening right here, so this was a perfect time to kind of, you know, put your long in. We had a really good size bounce, you know, head and shoulders kind of painted, and now we're coming back down. So I don't know, maybe we'll go back to our old lows again. It's kind of tough to say. We're in a super bull market right now, so I really don't want to make any predictions that people might, you know, place their bets on or their calculations. So it's pretty easy to be a little bearish right now. You know, look for those nice retraces, and you know, don't be making any crazy longs right now. You know, no one needs to get margin called when we're in a bullish market like this. You know, you shouldn't be losing your Bitcoin. But this whole rise up here was definitely the Australian auction. That's what I want to talk to Blockfreight about today. To Julian Smith, he's Australian, so we saw the same thing for all of the Silk Road auctions. You know, we had this nice rally in price, and as soon as the auction was over, we kind of broke right down. So very interesting stuff there. Yeah, and you know what? If Tizen, if you watch this and you want to, you know, do a little collaboration, I'm more than welcome to, you know, sit down with you and talk. I always like talking with people who are passionate about crypto and, you know, judging by all these videos, I would say you're pretty passionate. So yeah, this was a pretty fun video, guys. Let me know if you like it. You know, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I got a Facebook page now, so drop in there, post any projects you want me to look at. Check out the Gembucks Slack. I'll put that link in the description. It's not currently there now, but yeah, you can get a hold of me pretty easily and tell me who you want me to look into. I really like checking this shit out. I got a master's paper I got to read today on nitrogen and nitrogen levels in bovine feed and how it affects milk production. So that's, I've been doing way more than crypto sometimes, but I hope you guys like this video, and we'll talk again soon. Looking at the at that clock, we're almost 1,000 blocks or 2,000 blocks to the halving. So see you guys in the next 1,000 blocks.